Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. You know, I get asked all the time because we've had thousands and thousands of cars go through here, like what is my favorite car? And it's hard for me to have a favorite car because all cars do something to you, but they do it all differently, meaning some are luxurious, some are super fast, some are stylish and what have you. And in my top 5 cars of the millions of cars that are out there, these cars here are definitely in that, if not closer to number 1 than number 5. If you could buy a car today that was still styled like this, you gotta believe that they would sell gazillions of them. Check it out for a second, because it is not only styled well, it's also got features on it that were so ahead of its time, is why I love these cars, man. The top, the way it folds itself up, puts itself back in there. This car in particular is a photo documented restoration, okay? And as we run down the list of things that are on the car, this is the way it would have looked had it rolled out of the factory. So little things like this, like check that out. I mean, how cool is that, the way these doors open? Not to mention, it's just gorgeous inside too. All right, so this car here, fully stripped down, okay? Called Champagne is the color of the paint. And it's really a mirror finish. You know, we talk about mirror finish paint. This car here is not only painted really well, stripped beautifully, but wet sanded, buffed, clear coated, and what have you. And you can see everything from the time of day to this right here. And if you're looking at videos on cars, man, these cars in particular are expensive to restore because first off, they were very expensive when they were new, all right? And there was not a lot of these built because they were so expensive. So finding somebody to work on these, to restore them, is difficult. But this one here, ready to go, so you don't have to do a whole lot to it other than get in it and drive it. But let's keep walking around for a minute, because I like to talk about some of the things like these pieces of stainless. Just to find some of these stainless pieces could be very expensive. All of this has been repolished. The bumpers have been re-chromed. The stainless wheel covers are redone, all right? It's got the correct belted wide whites on it that you could take this car to a show and be judged. All right, let's keep walking around for a minute because I like to keep looking at the style of this car. Check this out back here. Look how beautifully done that is. This one has a dual exhaust on it, so it's got a little bit of sound but not a lot of rumble, because you want it to have some performance. Because it's a bigger car, you want it to be able to get out of its own way and get rolling, and this car here really does that. Just look down the body of this car. I really wanted you to spend a second and look down the side here, because this is what you're paying for. For somebody to spend the time working this metal, you know, this is 50-year-old sheet metal, and working this metal to get the dings, the everyday, the hot and cold, the shrinkage that would go on and things like that. You know, we as men, we talk about shrinkage along the way, and there's no fixing that, but clearly in this Lincoln, they were able to save it. All right, let's take a peek under the hood. This is really cool. Come on over here for a second, because I want you to see the detail. This is really nice. This is the way you want to buy a car. Still got the stock exhaust manifolds in here. Even the wipers, and the wipers are kind of cool because they're run off of the power steering system here. And they work just like they're supposed to. Everything's detailed. Fuel pump is right there, and it's nice and clear. You can see that. New fuel lines, hoses, belts, 2 horns. I'd say the only stock piece on the entire car that's not correct might be this here, so they want a little more airflow. And this right here should probably be painted black. If you want us to put the correct air cleaner on that, we could do that for you. But this just fit in so nicely, and it has some decent performance as well that I think that we gained from doing a couple small things. So the engine's been rebuilt, the transmission's been rebuilt, the rear end's been rebuilt, the underneath of the car is all painted, the top of the car is all painted, the washer squirters are here, the correct screws are all around. It's all that little stuff. You're saying, well, what's the big deal about that stuff? Well, the big deal about that stuff is you're talking about a 50-year-old car, first off. Second, you're talking about somebody to work on this who knows how all the mechanics of this car work. You know, when you open the doors, the windows come down a little bit. This does have power windows and power seat and a power top. It has some great luxury features that you can't get on every single car out there, and that's why these are so desirable, and that's why year in and year out, these are very much like the blue chip stock. They continue to go up in value over time, and you can clearly see why. You drive down the road in this car, first off, it's iconic because of the Kennedy era. These cars are iconic for just that factor alone. Secondly, if a president was riding around this car, you know it was the best car available at its time period, and today it still is one cool car. It goes down the road and everybody loves this car. Even if they're driving I won't even say the kind of car they might be driving, but let's just say they don't really love cars. Their cars are just necessary transportation or evil transportation. They see this car and they give a thumbs up and they smile because, you know, it reminds them of a different time. So this is what makes these things so cool. You get in, man, and you're just in. It's just a great piece. You got this right here. This pulls down. It's like a real 4-passenger car. It's a power seat. I have it slid all the way back, but it's just, I don't know, man. This is just, I get giddy about it because it's just a cool car. All new interior with new carpets, door panels, seat covers, dash, convertible top, all this chrome here. We had that sent out and redone, so it would look beautiful. The stainless is all polished around here. Just to polish and make the stainless good on this car was almost $4,000. Not to mention the chrome of the bumpers and things like that. We have a folder like this of receipts and of course pictures of the restoration, and it is really done nicely. Let's take a peek inside here and let's look around for a second. So some of the detail stuff, we talked about the all brand new interior in here, new convertible top and those kinds of things. Also stock radio is in here. We also have a digital sound system for this car that we're going to hide in the glove box. It has satellite radio, CD, AM, FM. It's really nice, comes with a remote control too. So it keeps the dash all looking stock because the dash is so classic looking. Here is the cruise control, right? Cruise control from 62, right? You set it in here and then you forget it. And what it really is a throttle control, and that's how that works like that. It's just cool. All the handles for like the brake release at top and the hood release have been re-chromed. The system in here is all nice. All the wood is all been replaced over here. And it has full gauges too. I don't know if you can see the way this ventilation system works. Here's the cigarette lighter. It's even labeled lighter. It's just, look at this piece. This is a lighter. It's gorgeous. But it's the style, man. This is, keep in mind, like Lincoln was trying to compete with Cadillac. Cadillac was the standard of the world. And you know, when you're building cars like this and you're heading up against the most powerful car company, General Motors to begin with, and the most luxurious brand, you know, Cadillac here in this country, it was very daunting task, and they really did a great job working on that. It's got intermittent wipers in here. It's got door locks, headlights, all that good stuff. It's just really cool. But more importantly, it's a great driving car. This is kind of cool too. So like this shows that the door is open on here, and it's nice, circa 1961. There's some advanced features in here, especially like the way the top goes. And here the door light's on, showing that the door is open. You know, I'm not sure if this is too much luxury for you, but talk about cars that are ahead of their time. This is 2012, almost 2013 we're doing this video. This car's a 62 Lincoln convertible, and it is so far ahead of its time and so beautiful, and the styling is so great, not to mention all of the things that it can do. For instance, like check the way this top works, right? What it does is it goes ahead and it unlatches itself, opens the trunk up. It even includes its own tonneau cover, which is this hard flap that's going to be motorized up here. Check this out. Look at this. Spectacular. Then it actually unscrews itself from the header here. No latches to touch, no nothing. I'm just pulling the convertible top button. And look at this, man. I could watch this over and over and over. This 50-year-old technology still working beautifully. And watch the finishing touch here as it goes. So the top is now down. The sensors sense that the top's down. The trunk lid closes. Okay, see them screw the latches, they screw themselves down. And then it clicks and you're done. I mean, that is gorgeous. This is the one time during the videos that I like to close it up with the car running. And the reason why is because first off, it's so smooth and it's quiet too. And it's just, I don't know, man, this is such a great car to look at. I think the whole video should be just looking at the car itself. You can imagine rolling down the road with power steering, power brakes, you know, the power windows, which are so nice, and all the accoutrements that go with this luxury car. Not to mention the fabulous convertible top. Great paint, restored. I don't know. I just think it's spectacular. Anyway, call us 301-816-1000. We get a little piece of history and a spectacular 62 Lincoln Continental convertible.